Well, hello. It's great to have you back again. And today I want to do a little meditation on challenges in our lives. And so I'd like to invite you to find a place where you can be comfortable and not be disturbed by any outside distractions. And you may want to lay down or just rest in a chair, upright or not. It makes no difference, only that you are comfortable. That's right, go ahead and do that now. Just invite you to close your eyes gently and to take a nice full breath, focusing your attention these first couple of breaths on the air as it enters in through your nose, going down into your body, oxygenating all parts of your body. That's right. And thank you for being here today and for being willing to rise into the occasion, to shrink those challenges that have been placed in your path, to teach you something along your road of life. And a wise man once said, that we're not necessarily experiencing life, but it's more that we are experiencing the life that we're focusing on. That's right. And what I like about that slight change in phrase is that it implies responsibility, that we have a certain amount of control over what we choose to focus on, what meaning we give it. And so we are all carrying our challenges every day, some of them very enormous, almost too heavy to carry, and some of them small but still very weighty. This is a non-judgment zone. We don't compare our challenges. But what I want to introduce to you this time is to imagine your current challenge as a circular object, maybe the size of a basketball or a volleyball, maybe the size of a tennis ball, or a soccer ball. Whatever it is, imagine your current challenge as a size, as an object. As you flow down even deeper now, I'd like to invite you to play along and think about shrinking that size. That's right. Because our minds have the ability to participate fully in the process of energy shifting simply by our perspective. So if that object is the size of a pea, the size of a pea can appear so small or so large at times. Allow that wonderful, magical mind of yours to shrink it down from the size of a pea down to the size of a small bead. That's right. Imagine that. The size of a pea down to the size of a bead. And sometimes when we have challenges, simply by getting up and moving, we can see a different perspective. And that simple shift in perspective is all the energy we need to participate fully in our healing as we shrink down that object. That's right. Shrink it down smaller and smaller, simply by focusing on that object. Your body completely relaxed, not concerned with the sounds around, the sounds of the birds, the sound of the wind, or whatever distraction may be in the exterior of your location, but your own amazing mind shrinking that object down to the size of a tiny grain of sand. Isn't that amazing? How curious it is that with our minds we can create our own healing journey simply by imagining the power of the mind to shrink those challenges that used to baffle us or slow us down. I'm going to be quiet for just a minute as you continue to shrink that object. Feel the warmth around it as it shrinks. Allow yourself, that's right, allow yourself whatever time you need to continue to shrink that object, that challenge that may have been slowing you down in life, to see it from a different perspective. And you may remain here for as long as you choose. When you feel ready, you may bring yourself back, feeling refreshed and empowered, tenacious and determined, in loving hands of your own thoughts.